welcome back to the discussion. Well, one local university is fighting social injustice through the power of sports. C.J. Macklin details how a new facility on Grambling's campus is giving a voice to current athletes while reflecting on the school's history.
Doug, way back in the day, 3 decades ago now, Doug stood up for the rights of black athletes, and Doug was shunned a lot of times because he spoke out.
Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to win a Super Bowl back in 1988, stood up for equality for black athletes across the world, and athletes today still are having to do the same thing that Williams did 30 years ago, just because of their skin color.
What's something players have faced while playing at HBCU? I know you talked about the coach not too long ago, racially.
I think a lot of times, CJ, people get the impression that you play a lesser brand of sport than what you do at the big. No, that's not true. You got outstanding coaches. You got committed individuals who are here not because they have to be here, because they want to be here. I left industry over 30 years ago. I was working with Shell Oil Company, making a really nice salary and that kind of thing. I left all of that behind to come work at Grambling State University because I wanted to make an impact on young black men and young black women, and I have never regretted it a day of my life.
You talked about the young men and the young women coming to HBCU now. It's pretty big that top talent around the country are considering HBCU schools to play basketball and football for now. How big is that not only for you, but for HBCUs across the country?
It's huge. You got to realize, I think it hasn't been that long ago when Fred Hobbs had over 21 All-American, high school All-Americans on the team. Some of the PWIs wouldn't play you. They would not play you. So nowadays, yes, you have those bigger PWIs that they have more money, they have facilities, that kind of thing, but you still can't take anything away from us.
What's something that you teach them when they approach any type of racism or any downgrading because they're playing for HBCU? What's something that you tell them?
First thing we tell them is that you have to be confident in who you are and what you do. No one can define who you are outside of you. So you have to be confident in what you're doing and what your purpose is in life, and not allow someone else to quote unquote kill your dreams. So you can't let them come and tell you who you are. That's their baggage. And if you've never been to an HBCU, if you've never attended an HBCU or been around someone who's been in the HBCU, then you really can't elaborate. You can't really talk about something that you know nothing about. So with that said, you got to tell them, hey, look, I will compete against you in any academic setting. I will compete against you on any athletic setting. And given an equal field to play on, I guarantee you will be successful.
The largest HBCU to send all the athletes out to the NFL, but you guys are also about education. You guys just started Sports Education Center. How important is that center to GSU?
The Doug Williams Center for the Study of Race and Politics and Sports is extremely important to us here at the institution. We feel like in this day and age right now with the social injustices and racial biases, that this would be a highlight for our young men and women to come and to actually get first-hand information, to do research, to delve into these issues and problems that we're having, not only in America, but in the world itself. And sport is that window that we're going to use as far as highlighting these situations.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Michael Vick already made his trip down there, right?
Yeah, Mike came down. Mike did a tremendous job for us. He came down and spoke to our student athletes for our football banquet. But we've had the likes of Nick Saban. We've had guys like that to come who've done tremendous things in the field of sport. But then we can go all the way back. We got Eddie Robinson, baby. We got the man who really set the tone as far as allowing young black males and young black men to actually have a platform to play on. But he always emphasized you getting your education.
Grambling State University is not in this fight for social justice alone. They are partnered with the National Football League to help push the envelope to thousands of people across the world. They expect this center to be around for decades.
When you can gain wisdom and knowledge and you can transfer that, that's when you're really making a change. So we want this to be a generational change type thing, and I think it will be. I think the support that we're receiving initially has been great from the NCAA, from some of the professional league teams, the NFL, NASCAR. So when you got individuals like this who have bought into the idea that, hey, enough is enough. Let's get past these issues of racial injustice and biases and sexism and gender equity issues, because we will address all of those things in this center.
This Center for Education, Race, Politics, and Sports is based right now in Eddie Robinson Museum. They do expect this center to stand alone come 2021. This will be about a 4 or 5 phase project, and this project means a lot to the Tiger family because they know without their past successors, there is no future without their sacrifices.
We stand on those shoulders of those great ones who came before us. You know, we're reaping the benefits today of individuals, like I said, like Coach Rob and Coach Ellis and Coach Hobby and Willis Reed. You know, you got individuals, you know, who have done so many things in this industry, in sport and in the world in general.
All right, thank you, CJ. Coming up on the discussion, one NFL veteran describes how racism has affected him during his playing days. That's next on the discussion.